The creation of the Crucible, the battle against the abyss reality hangs in a delicate and eternal balance. At the very edge of existence stand the primordials, the first souls. They were the first sparks of consciousness to emerge from the void, the first light, before time, matter, or life itself. The patriarchal, primordial, and the matriarchal, primordial are the twin pillars upon which all creation rests. For eternity, they have stood against the abyss, also known as the end, a boundless darkness that seeks to consume all existence and return reality to nothingness. The primordials hold back this cosmic tide through sheer divine power, creating a fragile sanctuary in which creation can exist. Behind their front line float the countless universes. Within them burn raw, naked stars, but these stars are unstable. Without worlds and gravitational anchors surrounding them, they eventually collapse and vanish into oblivion. To prevent this fate, those who ascend to the rank of God are called to the immortal plane. A god possesses enough divine energy to anchor a single solar system, creating planets to stabilize a star and maintain its existence. Greater gods wield enough cosmic energy to anchor entire galaxies, ensuring countless stars remain bound within reality. Yet anchoring stars is only the beginning. Only the ancient elder gods possess the mastery required to shape life itself. Within a typical solar system, an elder god can usually nurture life on only a single world. The oldest and most powerful among them can bend cosmic laws further, granting life to multiple worlds within the same system. From life comes the most valuable resource in existence, the soul. Every living being is placed upon existence's great anvil. Life itself serves as the hammer that shapes spiritual essence. A child learning to walk, a farmer surviving a harsh winter, a craftsman forging a simple hammer, a neighbor helping another in need. Each struggle, achievement, creation, sacrifice, joy, grief, triumph, and failure adds weight and structure to the soul. The emotions of living are not merely feelings. They're the sound of the cosmic forge shaping raw spirit into something stronger. When mortals die, they enter the cycle of rebirth. Souls that have been sufficiently forged through hardship and growth become more resilient with each incarnation. Over many lifetimes, these souls fracture and multiply, creating entirely new souls. This process fuels the growth of mortal populations throughout the cosmos. Occasionally, a soul becomes so thoroughly tempered that it transcends mortality and awakens as a god recruit or demigod. These young divinities remain among mortals, gathering followers, building settlements, establishing domains, and cultivating myths around themselves. Through these efforts, they slowly ascend toward the rank of lesser god. At this stage, divinity manifests through stories. Mortal populations naturally create religions, legends, and cultural identities around rising gods. Though these young deities remain unaware of the greater cosmos, they are guided by spiritual instinct. Whenever a lesser god ascends, another aspiring divinity unconsciously begins walking the same divine path. No two gods walk that path in exactly the same way. Different choices create different cultures. Different interpretations create different religions. Different ambitions create rival factions and wars. Yet all are unknowingly following fragments of the same cosmic blueprint toward the same destination. For thousands of years, these rising gods believe they are merely figures within mortal mythology. Then ascension comes. When a lesser god has sufficiently forged their domain, their soul undergoes a final metamorphosis. The influx of cosmic energy is overwhelming, like suddenly gaining senses capable of hearing frequencies that never existed before. In that moment, they hear the call to arms. The eternal battle cry that echoes across creation. Their mortality is stripped away forever. They are pulled from the physical world and elevated to the immortal plane. There they finally witness reality's true form and understand their purpose. They're not ascending to rule. They are ascending to defend. Every newly ascended god takes their place anchoring stars, stabilizing solar systems, and joining the endless war against the abyss. To those left behind, however, the event appears as a mysterious and often tragic death. Mortal minds cannot perceive raw cosmic energy, and so the truth of ascension becomes yet another myth to be interpreted by future generations. To mortals, and even many god recruits, the cosmic battlefield appears simply as space, a cold, beautiful void filled with stars. The truth is far more terrifying. The darkness between stars is not empty. It is a living, predatory miasma pressing endlessly against reality's borders. The light of stars, the power of gods, and the sacrifice of the primordials are the only things preventing its advance. The death of a god is therefore a catastrophe. A fallen deity does not simply disappear. Their divine soul becomes corrupted by the abyss, transforming into a monstrous miasmic entity that actively joins the enemy. Worse still, their collapse can trigger cosmic disasters capable of consuming entire solar systems, galaxies, or even universes. Because every fallen comrade strengthens the abyss, the gods have forged an unbreakable bond of solidarity. They protect, heal, and defend one another with unmatched devotion, making the permanent death of a god exceedingly rare. For countless ages, this system sustained reality. Then a new problem emerged. Mortal civilizations became too successful. Technology advanced. Society stabilized. Comfort spread. The hardships that once forged souls became increasingly rare. Children survived more easily. Communities protected one another from suffering. The trials that once tempered spirit gradually faded from daily life. As a result, fewer souls were reaching ascension. The flow of new gods slowed. Meanwhile, the abyss continued to grow stronger. The darkness thickened. The light began to wane. For the first time in ages, the primordials spoke. Their voices echoed across every universe, reaching every god, demigod, recruit, and divine servant. The abyss grows stronger. The darkness thickens. The light wanes. Souls are no longer being forged strongly enough to answer the call. Therefore, we have created a solution. We have forged new galaxies saturated with celestial energy. These realms hold great opportunity, but they also hold great danger. The worlds within them are harsh. Their lands breed conflict. Their beasts breed struggle. Their very existence is a crucible. We call upon the elder gods. Offer tribute. Seed these worlds. Forge souls worthy of ascension. Then the voices of the first souls fell silent. The elder gods answered immediately. Some willingly offered citizens, champions, and entire civilizations. Others forcefully transported populations against their will. Many sacrificed treasured resources and divine creations. Together, they seeded the new galaxies. Thus was born the Crucible of Souls. Across creation, entire planets awoke to catastrophe. Populations vanished overnight. Kingdoms lost half their people. Nations fractured as countless souls were transported across reality and deposited onto dangerous new worlds overflowing with celestial energy. There they would face monsters, disasters, rival civilizations, and challenges beyond imagination. Many would perish. Many would fail. But those who survived would be forged stronger than any generation before them. And from their struggles would emerge the next wave of gods destined to stand beside the primordials and hold back the end itself.